welcome back to my channel. This is the last video of 2022 and man, I really can't believe it, guys. We have come to the end of the year. I hope you're enjoying your holidays. I hope you're enjoying time with family, and for those who really find it hard to enjoy their holidays during this season, I send my love and I pray that God heals your wounds and gives you an opportunity to really just enjoy this holiday period. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, karibu sana. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. I am so grateful for the growth. I really do appreciate you clicking that subscribe button, and I do hope that you're getting edified from the content that I post here. My name is Jane. If you're new here, I do post content around anything to do with lifestyle. I also do a lot of motivation videos through my Motivation Monday playlist, and I do hope that you get to enjoy that content. Yeah, so coming back to today's reflections, I know a lot of people are talking about their lessons and the failures and what you've been able to achieve for the year. And it's really something good. If you know me, you know that every year I always reflect on how the year has been, what have I learned, the things that I have been able to, achieve and fail on. But this year I chose to really just focus on reflecting. I think just taking the time to reflect on how the year has been, the things that have helped me be who I am, has really helped me pick on some very important points that I wanted to share with you guys in this video. I do hope that if you get to resonate at least with one or two of the points that I'm going to share, and I do hope that it gives you the encouragement that you need to be able to sit down and reflect on how your year has been and look forward to a beautiful and wonderful new year, God willing. Yeah, so let's go on ahead and start. The first thing I want to talk about is I had a word for each and every month for this year. So if you follow me on Instagram at @myjenna, I'm just going to put my handle down here and probably just put some of the months scrolling somewhere here. You will realize that I had a word for every month, and I think this really helped me kind of like focus and also just be present to that word for that month. And the thing is, this is my notebook. It was actually a gift. Thanks, LV, if you're watching this. And the first thing I did is I left the first 3 pages to have every month and every word. So if you see 2022, January, February, March, April, all the way to October, the other pages November and December, I had a word for every month, and I think that was such an amazing thing to do because it really kept me grounded. Like for January, my word for January was seek, whether that is clarity, growth, forgiveness to self, acceptance, God, love, family. It really just kept me grounded on seeking. What am I seeking? What is it that I want to really get myself close to for the year? And that really helped me open the year on a very good note. On February, I went with the word obedience. And the thing is, I think for every word that I had the previous month, it would always direct me to the word for the next month. So it's not something that I had planned or I had written down. It always just came. When the month was coming to an end, I would reflect on the word that had taken me through that month, and that would be able to allow me to pick a word for the next month and move forward with it. So February, my word was obedience, whether that is to God or to self or to hear, to listen to my thoughts, to listen to my dreams, and to be able to follow them. The month of March was gratitude. What was I grateful for? Do I find a good balance between being grateful and being obedient? And that really just helped me reflect on a lot of things as well. In April, my word for the month was bloom, which meant that wherever I would be planted, I would just want to find a way to shine, whether that is at work or at home or wherever it is that God would plant me. The only thing I wanted to do was bloom. Then I moved on to May. My word for May was just start. So of course, maybe I guess The words will also go with what you are going through in your life. There are things I had wanted to start, there are things I had really put on hold, and this word really kept me moving. Just start. The odds may look like they are against you, but just start. Just start and use what you have, and it's going to grow, and it's going to continue from there, and it will become what it is that you're envisioning in your mind. In June, my word for June was determination. How determined am I for the things that I started? How determined am I to continue working on them? For the month of July, of course, which was mid-year, the tiredness had started kicking in. There were so many things that were happening. So my word for that month was to keep going, no matter how hard it felt, no matter how tiring it felt. Just keep going and keep pushing, and just keep taking one foot in front of the other and see where that takes you. And then in the month of August, my word was to be still. Be still enough to be present. May this month provide nothing but stillness, and in that stillness, finding yourself and being yourself. So those kinds of words of affirmations really just kept me going. For the month of September, my word was persistence. Just keep persisting, whatever you're doing. If it's not showing results, of course, by this time you're saying, oh, it's 4 months to the end of the year, I don't think this is going to work. I've kept pushing on it, but just keep persisting, and that really helped me to continue pushing on my goals. For the month of October, my word was abundance. I decided to just focus on being grateful for the abundance that I had, to just be full of joy, to just be confident in everything that was happening in my life, and just be present. And I think that was such a beautiful, beautiful thing. For the month of November, my word for the month was no. While for the majority, saying no comes naturally, for some of us, we have come a long way to get to a point of saying no without feeling guilty or overly sorry. So also just learning to put boundaries. Sometimes when you have a big heart, you just find it very hard to put boundaries, and this can really put you in positions that are uncomfortable, or positions where you feel like if you were able to just say no to this, you wouldn't be dealing with it. So that month was just a learning process for me, learning to say no, learning to really just be okay with saying that I'm not going to participate in this, not because I have any hard feelings, but just because I just feel my heart or my mind is not in a place where I can contribute wholly to that situation. And that has really, really helped me just know how to put boundaries, and know how to respect my time, and know how to, just be honest when things are not working out, or when I really do not have any strength for participation or anything of that sort. Just learning to say no without really feeling guilty about it. So the word for December, of course, which is the month we are currently in, my word was celebrate. Celebrate where you are. Celebrate that you made it to the last month of the year. Celebrate that you had your wins. Celebrate that you had moments where you really had to push yourself. Celebrate all those things, because you have made it here. You're strong, you're powerful. You have really given yourself an opportunity to fight for your dreams, an opportunity to try things, whether they worked or failed. Please remember to celebrate yourself. It's very, very important, which is what we are still doing until the end of this year. So that's one of the things that really, really kept me grounded. I really appreciated this. It's the first time I think I've ever done this, having a word for every month that really just pushes my decisions, that pushes the way I do things, that just keeps my mind in line with that word. I honestly really appreciate what that has done to me as an individual. Okay, so the second thing I'm going to be talking about is being introverted, and what I feel like that has also played a really huge role for, just the changes I have experienced for this year. So from the beginning of the year, and also I think just through the careers that I have mostly been surrounded by people who are extroverted. And extroverted people are very confident, they're very They know how to speak for themselves, they know how to present themselves. And being an introvert, I feel like probably I allowed myself to be in a position where it was very difficult, or maybe I just started seeing like being an introvert as a disadvantage. But guys, I think this year I have really focused on looking at the positive characteristics of being an introvert, and I cannot sensitize, or I cannot tell you enough of what this has done for me. I feel like it has really raised up my confidence. It has really made me become so self-aware. As you guys know, I think I've told you in another video, for every personality test that I have done, it always comes out at between 87 to 93% introverted. That's who I am. And I think for a long time I focused on the negatives or the cons of being an introvert, that they actually started affecting how I would see myself, you know, whether it's in my professional career or just through how I would interact with people. But this year I really just chose to focus on the positive vibes of being an introvert, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, and let you know how this has really helped me as an introverted person. So on my same book, I'm just opening the pages that I want to share with you guys. It's probably going to show inverted because my camera is facing me, but I wrote down the characteristics of an introvert that are positive characteristics, just to see and to keep reaffirming and to keep reassuring myself that as an introverted person, I have these positive characteristics that I need to focus on, and that are going to help me to appreciate who I am and use the strengths that I have to get to the point where I want to get to in life. So I had written, I'll just read through what I had written. Introverts are special because they are naturally very observant and thoughtful. And so I was just picking the positive vibes of being an introvert. And what I have learned over time is that people really tend to not understand introverts, or tend to take the good characteristics of an introverted person and probably just interpret them in a very wrong way, and that can really affect how you think about yourself. But writing down the positive attributes of who an introvert is, and making sure that I go through this list at least all the times that I feel discouraged, I feel that has really helped me to stay grounded, and has really helped me to appreciate who I am and use the strengths that I have to build what it is that I want to build as an individual. So introverts are special because they are naturally very observant and thoughtful. They are good listeners. They are observant. They are thoughtful networkers. I think I talked about this on Motivation Monday, on the importance of networking. They are compassionate leaders. They don't just talk, they listen intently. I agree with that. They leave much to the unknown. They are gentle and easygoing. They are mindful of what they say. They have ability to influence. They enjoy solitude. So every time I would come back to look at the characteristics of an introvert, whenever I felt like I should have probably done this way, or maybe I did it this way because, you know, I'm introverted, and that means that I'm socially awkward, or that means that you know, I can't speak for myself, and all these things that people associate with us introverts. But the truth is, we don't just talk, we listen intently, we are careful with how we handle things, we are very gentle and easygoing, we are mindful of what we say. And every time I would focus on these positive attributes of being an introvert, let me tell you guys, it gave me a boost of confidence that I cannot even explain. And I would encourage you, if maybe you are suffering from introvertedness, or you feel like you have focused all your energy on the negative attributes of being an introvert, I would encourage you to do something like this. Just write down what is positive and keep focusing on that. And I am telling you, you're going to love yourself just the way you are, and it is going to allow you to bloom. Just, all around you will just bloom, because you are focusing on the positive attributes of who you are as an individual. The other thing I got to, of course, just search on the internet and come across and really love is a number of successful leaders who are introverts. And I think this really encouraged me because sometimes you also have to see that someone else who is introverted just like you is actually doing well or has done well or has made an impact, and that will help you appreciate yourself much better. So let me tell you guys about successful leaders who are introverted and are doing amazing things for this world. Number one, Bill Gates. Imagine, guys. Number two, Warren Buffett. Number three, Mark Zuckerberg. Number four, Elon Musk. Number five, Abraham Lincoln. Number six, Albert Einstein. Number seven, Mahatma Gandhi. Number eight, Rosa Parks. And number nine, who is just my favorite, Maya Angelou. So you see, guys, when you focus your energy on the people who are doing well and they are introverted like you realize that it's not a bad thing to be introverted. There are, of course, places where people will not appreciate your introvertedness, and that's fine. That's what they have decided, but it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you, or that you know, you can't be what they perceive you to be. But it just means that you are different in your own beautiful way, and you can still go on ahead and succeed in this life. So my mantra on introvertedness is, I am more than quiet, because that's the tagline that we are mostly associated with. Quiet people, very socially awkward, very shy, you know, not coming off as, I don't know, honest, and, you know, because people can't read your mind and all that, for a lack of a better word, BS. But this is what I have kept telling myself. I am more than quiet. I am intensely focused and wildly creative. I am passionate about my work and or hobbies, and that has also been a good mantra for me, and it has kept me going as a person. So the last two is just focusing on being present. I think this year, as I have just been reflecting on how the year has been, I have realized that I have really focused on being present with just what is happening, being present with nature, being present with family, being present with what's happening in the country, being present with you know, things that do not concern me, but in the, like, when you look at the bigger realm, or if you look at it now, like bigger than who, like focusing on things that are bigger than me. I don't know if that makes sense. So I have really been present, and I think that has helped me just have an appreciation for life, have an appreciation for the things that God has just made available to us, the things that we, you know, don't focus on as much. Good health, just waking up and just hearing the birds chirping, just looking at nature and seeing how beautiful it is, you know, just seeing how as a country we really just love one another, we really just show up for each other. You know, we had peaceful elections, you know, just those things that you would just live randomly every day and just think, oh, this is part of life. I feel like being focused has really helped me appreciate such things, which has been a great addition to just how my year has been overall. So the last one, of course, has been working towards my vision. So work towards your vision. That one has been also rather difficult one for me. I think sometimes when we write vision boards, we really just, yeah, you know, our vision just goes all the way. But in reality, there's a lot of things that really have to fall into place, or things have to be, you know, there are things you have to really push for that vision to come to life. I would like to say that focusing on my vision has been able to help me to some extent, because I have been able to achieve, to tick a lot of things that I had just put generally on my vision board. But there are also a lot of things that probably I have been afraid to start, you know, just putting one foot in front of the other is not as easy as we say. Or also just climbing a staircase is not as easy as going to the next staircase. So I would say that that has also been quite a challenge for me, but it's something that I have been reflecting on, and also just watching other people talking about their vision boards and how they focus on achieving those goals and what you can do differently. And I think that that has also really helped me. Yeah, but overall, I'm really grateful for this year. I'm really grateful for this channel. I'm really grateful for all of you who have subscribed, for the support you give me. I really do appreciate it, and I do hope that next year we get to produce more beautiful content. We get to grow together, and we get to experience a lot of things that we have not yet experienced in this channel. Thank you so much, guys. That's all I wanted to share. I really want to wish you a beautiful last week of the year. I do hope that you get to reflect on the blessings that God has given you. You get to reflect on the things that are positive vibes only. Let's just focus on the positive vibes. I know sometimes it's hard, especially if you're experiencing failure or if you're just feeling like your year has not ended on a good note. But I do hope that you get to have the strength and the courage to look forward to a beautiful new year and pray that things are going to work out for your good. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your holiday. Enjoy your Christmas, enjoy your new year, and see you in 2023, God willing. Bye.